The Cavalier March. Now they're talking about steps and skips. A step is when the note is next to the note you're on. A skip is when it's further away. In the Cavalier March, they're introducing some more symbols for you. Some new symbols, or hopefully you know what these mean already. I don't know if you do or not. In case you don't, here we go. Take a look at the bottom, the last measure. Right above it, it has a DC al fine, not fine, it's fine. DC means go back to the beginning. Fine means to the end. Al fine, to the end. Fine is the end. So when you get down to, and you play the whole piece down at the bottom, you're going to go back to the beginning, and if you look at the end of the second line, there is a fine there. That's the end. So you go back to the beginning and play the first two lines again at the bottom, on the last measure, the last note. You have that C in the left hand. It's got that dot with a little half circle over it or whatever it is. That's called a fermata, or a hold. You hold it longer than the 2 beats that this half note would normally get. How long? I don't know how long. When I'm playing with a metronome, I just double it. So instead of 2 beats, I'm going to hold it 4 beats. So when we play this, the first half note in that last measure gets 2 counts, and then the second half note gets 4 counts. And when the 4 counts is over, we immediately go back to the beginning of the piece and keep playing. Now, I want to talk a little bit about where the hands are, because this is a little different. We're not just using 2 fingers here. We're actually starting to use the other fingers. It starts out in the right hand with the second finger on the G. That means you put the other fingers on the other notes wherever they go, okay, like so. That's the hand position. That's where you're starting out in the right hand. In the left hand, look at the third measure. The F is played with the third finger. So you put the other fingers on the other notes, and that's the hand position for the left hand. So there you are. There's where you're going to be at. I'm not going to stay there, but that's where it starts. The first 2 lines you play with this hand position. Look at the third line down. The right hand, you're playing the middle C with a thumb. So you got to move your hand down to here, to that position. So you're going from here to here. Now, in the left hand, you're here to start, but then if you look at the last line, actually it's not the last line, it's the third line down, third measure. Thumb is playing middle C, here. So you're going up here. So you're moving the left hand from here to here. Keep your hand in that position and just move the whole thing, fingers and all. And you're going to play the last 2 lines in that position. Now again, this is middle C position because the thumbs are sharing middle C. Then at the bottom of the piece, when you do the DC al fine, you go back to the beginning, you got to move your hands back where they were. But you can do it one hand at a time. You don't do both hands together. You don't need to. Do it one hand at a time. The right hand plays first. So as the left hand's playing that last note, you move your right hand up and be ready to go. And then as the right hand plays the second measure, that G whole note, move the left hand down where it goes. So you're moving a hand ahead of time, so it's there when you need it to be there. You just got to figure out when you can move it, and that's when you can move it. The last note of the second line, you're playing a G in the left hand, 4 counts, right? As you're playing that, you're going to move your right hand from the position where it's at to the new position here. So it is there ready to go when you finish the 4 counts on that G. You can start right in. So you move a hand before you need it. Don't wait till you need it there. It's too late. Move it there ahead of time. So you got to plan ahead. That's what practicing is part of. You're figuring these things out. So I got to move my hand now so it's ready to go. And then at the end of the second measure on the third line, when you're playing the G, You move your left hand up where it goes, so it's ready to play the third measure. You know, move ahead, think ahead. You may have to watch this video again on the hand movements. I'll try and explain these hand movements as best I can. Normally in a method book, when you're first beginning, the hands don't move around. You're just focusing on where you're at. This book, your hands are flying all over. That's fine. That's the way they want to do it. That's how we're going to do it. So let's do this Cavalier march. It's in 4/4 time. I'll give you 4 counts. The counts I give you at the beginning of the piece is based on the time signature. So if there's 4 counts in a measure, and there is, I'll give you 4 counts to start. Put your hands in position. The right hand's going to start here. Left hand and the third measure is from here. So we'll just put the hands there, be ready to go. 1, 2, ready, go. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4.